Next point is equilibrium relationships. In that, first point is equilibrium moisture content. Okay, so what is meant by equilibrium moisture content? It is the amount of water present in the solid which exerts a vapor pressure equal to the vapor pressure of the atmosphere surrounding it. It means that here, for example, take a coffee and cold, okay, cold drink. Take a coffee and cold drink and place it in a room, okay, normal room at a room temperature, okay. So the room temperature is near up to 25 degrees Celsius, okay, and the coffee and cold drink, okay, the coffee and cold drink consist of a that particular temperature, okay. So here after some time of period the coffee becomes cool and cold drink becomes hot. Why? Because here here we didn't disturb, okay, we didn't disturb on disturb of that things, means coffee and cold drink. But okay, why this happen? Okay, we didn't describe these things. So why this happen? Because the room temperature is 26 degrees Celsius or 25 degrees Celsius, okay, near about, and coffee temperature is 60 degrees Celsius. So here the heat transfer is occurs from high temperature to low temperature. So here energy or heat comes into coffee in room temperature, and then the room temperature and coffee temperature becomes, okay, near up to 25 to 26 degrees Celsius. Means here equilibrium is occurs. Also this happens with cold drink also, okay. The cold drink temperature is near up to 7 degrees Celsius and the room temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. So in room, okay, in that room the energy comes, okay, the energy comes into cold drink up till cold drink temperature becomes 26 degrees Celsius. So equilibrium is reaches, okay, so equilibrium is reaches. So this is the equilibrium moisture content. Means here also one example is here. Consider, okay, consider a wet solid. On that we supply a continuous air, okay, normal air, okay, with constant temperature and humidity. Means air also contains some amount of moisture. Then after some time the air becomes moist, okay, the air becomes moist means air and wet, okay, air and wet solid containing moisture becomes, okay, containing moisture becomes equal. Means म्हणजे जोपर्यंत एअर, ओके, एअरचे टेम्परेचर आणि मॉइश्चर, ओके, एअरचे टेम्परेचर आणि मॉइश्चर इक्वल होत नाही तोपर्यंत हीट और एनर्जी ट्रान्सफर होईल, okay, means it is transferred from high temperature to low temperature. So then no drying is occurs, okay, then no drying is occur. So we change the air, okay, so we change the air into the any machine, okay. या मशीनमध्ये एखाद्या आपण हे वेट सॉलिड मास ड्राय करत असो, हे करत असताना ते जे काही वेट सॉलिड मास आहे त्या मशीनमधली एअर आपण चेंज करू आणि आपण दुसरी एअर त्याच्यामध्ये ट्रान्सफर करू. देन इन विच वेट सॉलिड इज बिकम्स ड्राय अँड सप्लाय अ फ्रेश एअर टू दॅट वेट सॉलिड. So here the equilibrium moisture content means it is the amount of water present in the solid which exerts a vapor pressure is equal to the vapor pressure of the atmosphere, okay, surrounding it. It means that एक अशी कंडिशन येईल की ज्यामध्ये जे काही वेट सॉलिडचं वेपर प्रेशर असेल ते आणि ॲटमॉस्फिअरचं वेपर प्रेशर हे सेम असेल, ओके. मीन्स अमाऊंट ऑफ वॉटर इज इक्वल टू द EMC विच इज कॉल्ड ॲज द इक्विलिब्रियम मॉइश्चर कंटेंट. जे काय वॉटर प्रेझेंट असेल ते इज इक्वल टू काय असेल, EMC मीन्स इक्विलिब्रियम मॉइश्चर कंटेंट. देन नेक्स्ट पॉईंट इज हिअर. Next point is depending upon temperature and humidity conditions, the solid may absorb or lose moisture. Okay, the solid may absorb or lose moisture. How it is? Okay, how it is here. First is the desorption. Okay, desorption means when air is continuously passed over the solid containing moisture more than EMC. then solid loses water continuously till EMC is reached, equilibrium moisture content is reached, and this phenomenon is known as a desorption. Here the moisture in the solid is greater than the EMC of the solid. Okay, this is the desorption process. In that, example is cloth drying. Okay, घरी आपण कपडे ड्राय करतो. कसे ड्राय करतोय तर इन क्लॉथ ड्राइंग वेन वी प्लेस द क्लॉथ इन एअर then due to air the cloth becomes dry because transfer of moisture, okay, transfer of moisture from high pressure to low pressure means desorption. Transfer of moisture from high pressure to low pressure, which is called as a desorption. So next point is solid contains lots of moisture than air, so moisture transfer from solid to air for equilibrium, which is called as a desorption. Example is wet cloth. Example is wet cloth. Okay, so next is the sorption. So what is the sorption or absorption? It is when air is continuously passed over the solid containing moisture less than EMC, then solid absorbs water continuously till EMC is reached. Okay, till EMC means equilibrium moisture content is reached, and this phenomenon is known as a sorption. Okay, in that case the EMC of solid of moisture is greater than the moisture in the solid. Okay, here consider a solid contains small amount of moisture. Example is consider a solid contains small amount of moisture than air. Okay, small amount of moisture than air, and the air contains lots of moisture. So here also moisture is transferred from air to solid. Moisture is transferred from air to solid, which is called as a sorption. Which is called as a sorption. Example is, okay, in cloth drying condition is that cloths are becomes almost dry. Okay, after few minutes we remove it from air, so then suddenly rain comes, so dry cloth becomes wet. Or when rainy season already air contains lots of moisture, so cloths are also becomes moistened. Okay, also example is okay, this is the example means what, जे काही कपडे तर ऑलरेडी जे काही क्लॉथ आहेत ते रिमूव्ह करायचे आहेत, ऑलमोस्ट ते ड्राय होणारच आहेत, पण अचानक जर रेन आली, ओके, ड्यू टू द रेन इट बिकम्स ड्राय मीन्स absorption from air to solid, which is called as a sorption. And okay, the loss of moisture from solid to air, which is called as a desorption. Okay, solid to air म्हणजे क्लॉथ ड्राय होत आहे, क्लॉथ मधलं मॉइश्चर मीन्स सॉलिड मटेरियल मधून मॉइश्चर एअर मध्ये पास होते मीन्स सॉर्प्शन. ओके, सॉरी मीन्स डिसॉर्प्शन. आणि सॉर्प्शन इज ओके transfer of moisture from air to solid, okay, which is called as a sorption or absorption. Okay, then also example is salt and coconut becomes moist, okay, becomes moist in rainy season due to the lots of moisture present in the air. Okay, so okay, what is the advantage here? What is the advantage of this EMC? Here the main advantage is that the EMC is the already we know, okay, we already know the temperature of air and wet solid due to equilibrium. Okay, due to equilibrium we already know the temperature of air and wet solid, so we already know how much energy or heat required for the drying of product. Okay, we already know, so loss of energy or heat or wastage of energy it is less. Okay, when we already EMCs know, this is the main advantage of EMC means equilibrium moisture content. Okay, so next point is the measurement of EMC means equilibrium moisture content. Here consider, okay, or take the solid samples. These solid samples are placed in a series of closed chambers such as desiccators. Okay, जे काही closed chambers असतील which is called as a desiccators. Each chamber consists of a solution which maintain a fixed relative humidity in the enclosed air spaces. So solid samples are exposed to several humidity conditions. The exposure is continued until the material attains a constant weight. the difference in the final and initial weights gives the moisture content, okay, gives the total moisture content. Here it means that, okay, consider one chamber, okay, closed chamber such as desiccators. त्याच्यामध्ये जे काही सोल्युशन आहे ते सोल्युशन ॲड करायचे आणि त्याला पर्टिक्युलर पिरियडसाठी एक्सपोज करायचे, ओके, सेव्हरल ह्युमिडिटी कंडिशनमध्ये थोड्या थोड्या वेळानं जी काही म्हणजे मॉर्निंग इव्हनिंग जे काही मॉर्निंग असेल किंवा दुपारचा काळ असेल, आफ्टरनून आणि नंतर इव्हनिंगचा काळ, म्हणजे थोड्या थोड्या वेळाने एक्सपोज करायचं आहे डिफरंट ह्युमिडिटीला. आणि आफ्टर दॅट मीन्स ते वेगवेगळ्या ह्युमिडिटीला एक्सपोज करण्या अगोदरचं वेट आणि नंतरचं वेट, फायनल वेट, त्या दोन्हीतला डिफरन्स जो काय असेल ते जे काही वेट येईल ते काय असेल, मॉइश्चर कंटेंट प्रेझेंट इन दॅट द सॉलिड सॅम्पल. ओके, दिस इज द मेजरमेंट ऑफ EMC. Then next point is here the factors affecting EMC is that, okay, there are two factors which affect the EMC. Here first is the nature of material, in that the non-porous insoluble solids have EMC 0, have the EMC partially practically 0. EMC is the practically 0. Example is talc. Okay, this question is asked in the previous exam, okay, for multiple choice question. Okay, which is the non-porous insoluble solid have the EMC 0. The answer is talc. Okay, the next point is the for fibrous or colloidal organic substances EMC value is high. Okay, this is also one question. Okay, in fibrous and colloidal organic substances consist of EMC value is high. Also the porous solids EMC value are much higher and variable, Non-porous is talc, fibrous and colloidal, in that EMC is high, and the porous solid possesses much higher and variable EMC. Then next factor is nature of air, in that for air of zero humidity, EMC of all materials is 0. For air of zero humidity, जी काही अशी एअर असेल की त्याची ह्युमिडिटी त्याचं मॉइश्चर कंटेंट 0 असेल, ओके, त्याच्यामध्ये ते जे काही 0 ह्युमिडिटी एअर असेल त्याच्यामध्ये EMC ऑफ ऑल मटेरियल्स इज ऑल्सो 0. Then as the temperature of air increases, the EMC of solid get decreases. The EMC of solid get decreases, means temperature of air increases, then EMC of solid get decreases. Then next point is here FMC. What is the FMC? FMC is the free moisture content. Free moisture, it is the amount of water that is free to evaporate from the solid surface, that is free to evaporate from the solid content. Here the free moisture content FMC is equal to total water content minus EMC. Okay, for example here consider, okay, wet solid, okay, wet solid containing weight 10 gram. जे काही ओलं मटेरियल आहे त्याचं वेट असेल 100 ग्रॅम. इन दॅट 25 ग्रॅम इज द मॉइश्चर. ओके, सपोज वी कन्सिडर 100 gram of our wet solid, in that 25 gram of the moisture and remaining is the solid material. And in air, okay, and in normal air of the 10 gram is the moisture. Air मध्ये किती असेल 10 gram moisture consider. Okay, so after some time the moisture of the solid becomes 20. After some time the moisture of solid becomes 20 and air moisture becomes 15. म्हणजे काय असेल तर वेट सॉलिडमधला मॉइश्चर रिमूव्ह होऊन कुठे जाईल, एअरमध्ये. ओके, अँड एअर मॉइश्चर बिकम्स 15, म्हणजे इन्क्रीज झाले. अगोदर 10 होतं त्याच्यानंतर 15 अगेन. ओके, सो आफ्टर सॉलिड मॉइश्चर बिकम्स आफ्टर सम टाइम, ओके, सॉलिड मॉइश्चर बिकम्स 16.5 and air moisture becomes 12.1. So how much moisture released from solid? Okay, how much moisture is released from solid? It is 8.5, near up to 8.5. It means 8.5 gram. It is a free moisture content. Okay, it is the free moisture content, that is FMC. Okay, that is FMC. Here the moisture present in the solid can be exposed on a wet, okay, on a wet or dry wet basis. Here the percentage of loss on drying LOD is equal to mass of water in sample kg divided by total mass of wet solid in a kg divided by, into 100. Okay, this is the formula for the, okay, calculating the percentage of loss on drying. Also here percentage moisture content, okay, how it is calculated? Here the formula is mass of water in sample in kg divided by mass of dry sample in kg multiplied by 100. Okay, this is the formula for the calculating the moisture content present in the solid, okay, present in the solid material. Then also here next point is the behavior of solids during drying or rate of drying. In that, the rate of drying of sample can be determined by suspending the wet material on a balance in a drying cabinet, and measuring the weight of sample as it dries as a function of time. And this drying rate, okay, ड्राइंग कशी ऑकर होते, कुठल्या रेटने ऑकर होते, तर जो काही ड्राइंग रेट असेल तो कसा कॅल्क्युलेट केला जाईल. हिअर द फॉर्म्युला, okay, one formula for the calculating the drying rate is equal to weight of water in sample, weight of water in a sample divided by time into weight of a dry solid, okay, which gives the proper drying rate, okay, which gives the proper drying rate. Here the drying rate curve, okay, before going towards the drying rate curve, okay, here one point is remaining. What is the humidity? Okay, what is the humidity? Here air contain humidity, it is the, okay, air contains some amount of water content, okay, some amount of water content. Example is rainy season. Also in air water, okay, also in air water content increases in winter season. It is a total water content present inside the air which is called as a humidity, and it can be changes due to the season, Also one point is that here what is the relative humidity? Okay, relative humidity here in that suppose air without any moisture content, अशी एअर की त्याच्यामध्ये काहीच मॉइश्चर कंटेंट नाही, देन इट मीन्स इट इज अ सॅच्युरेटेड एअर. ओके, air without any moisture content, it means it is a saturated air. The total moisture content in normal air, okay, so here the relative humidity can be calculated by one formula, okay, which formula? The total moisture content in normal air divided by total moisture content in the saturated air multiplied by 100, which is the formula for the relative humidity. Then next point is the here drying rate curve. Okay, here it is obtained by plotting a graph. It is obtained by plotting a graph FMC on x-axis and drying rate on y-axis. Here depending on external conditions and internal mechanism of flow fluid solids from different drying patterns. Here, okay, the curve, okay, this is the drying rate curve, okay, which consists of a, okay, this is the drying rate curve, and it consists of a, here 5 points are there, okay, here 5 here, okay, it is divided into different zones. Okay, first zone is the here initial adjustment zone, second one is the constant rate period, third one is the, okay, critical moisture content, okay, fourth one is the first falling rate period, then second critical period, okay, and last one is the equilibrium moisture content. Okay, before, okay, second falling rate period, and last one is the equilibrium moisture content. Okay, equilibrium moisture content. So we discuss it one by one. Here first is the initial adjustment period. It is the time corresponding to AB curve, which is also called as a heating up period. In that, here during this period, solid absorbs heat and temperature. Okay, solid absorbs heat and temperature and is increases, that is an weighted substance. Okay, here at a weighted substance, when kept for drying, it absorbs heat from surrounding and vaporization of moisture takes place, which cools the surface. Heat flows to the cooled surface at higher rates, leads to rise in temperature and evaporation again. Here it means that during this period the solid absorbs heat and the temperature increases. At the same time, the moisture begins to evaporate and thus tends to cool the drying solid. Okay, after some time the temperature stabilizes. Okay, after some time temperature stabilizes and this temperature is equal to the wet slab of temperature of the drying air and is referred by this point B here, and this referred by the point B. This is the initial adjustment. Then here what is the next? Okay, this is the initial adjustment here. Okay, after the some time heating and cooling rate becomes equal. Here at equilibrium, rate of heating is equal to the rate of working. Okay, this is the initial adjustment period. Then next point is here constant rate period. In that, okay, this time corresponding to BC curve. Okay, in graph, okay, BC represents the constant rate period. In that, the temperature remains constant and rate of drying is constant. Okay, the temperature remains constant and rate of drying constant. The moisture, okay, in that the moisture evaporating from the surface is replaced by water. Diffusing from the interior of the solid. So the rate of diffusion is equal to the, okay, here the rate of diffusion is equal to the rate of evaporation. So the moisture content at the end of constant rate, that is point C, is referred to as the critical moisture content here. Okay, here in that and this point is referred to that critical moisture content. Okay, in that, okay, in the constant rate period, here the rate of evaporation is equal to the rate of diffusion. Okay, what is the next is the CD. Okay, CD, it is a critical moisture content. Okay, it represent the CD. This represent the first falling rate period. In that, okay, during this period the surface water is no longer replaced at a rate fast enough to maintain a continuous film on the surface. Okay, so here in that, okay, here in this dry spot is occurs. Okay, dry spots is begins to appear and the rate of drying becomes to fall off and the point, okay, and here in that the point D is referred to as, here the point D is, this point D is referred to as second critical point. Okay, at this point the film of surface water is completely evaporate. The film of water surface is completely evaporate, and in that condition the rate of evaporation is greater than the rate of diffusion, and in that condition the dry spots is occurs. Okay, dry spots is occurs. Then next is the here, okay, this is the second falling rate period. In that, okay, in here the DE point represent the second falling rate period. During this period the rate of drying falls, okay, even more rapidly than the first falling rate. Okay, so during this period the rate of drying is depends on the rate of diffusion. The rate of drying is depends on the rate of diffusion of vapor moisture diffusion of vapor of moisture to the surface of the solid, and here and it the point E, okay, and this point E is referred to as the equilibrium moisture content. Okay, last point is the equilibrium moisture content. In that, okay, in the second falling rate period, okay, when hot air is blown on the solid material, then the rate of drying is, okay, the rate of drying is directly proportional or depends on the rate of diffusion of the water vapor. Here it is depends on the, okay, here it is depends on the rate of drying is directly proportional to the rate of diffusion of water vapor. Okay, here the EMC is defined as the mass of water per unit mass of dry solid when drying limit has attained by use of air at a given temperature and humidity. Okay, in that, okay, rate of drying is directly proportional to the rate of diffusion of water vapor. Okay, rate of diffusion of water vapor. Then here, okay, this is the all about, okay. So here, okay, in this drying curve, okay, first is the initial adjustment, second one is the constant rate period, okay, that is BC. Then C point is the critical moisture content, then CD is the first falling rate period, then, okay, D is the second critical point, then DE is the second falling rate period, and here last E is the equilibrium moisture content. Okay, E is the equilibrium moisture content. In this curve, okay, on x-axis drying rate and in y-axis the moisture content is present. Okay, okay, here we discuss it shortly. Okay, here in initial adjustment period, okay, the at equilibrium the rate of heating and working is equal. Okay, rate of heating and rate of working. Okay, here in first, okay, here first in that at a equilibrium rate of heating is equal to the rate of working. Okay, in next constant rate period, in that, okay, which is the BC point, okay, in the curve, in that the rate of evaporation, okay, is equal to the rate of diffusion. Okay, next here in that, okay, in third, okay, CD is the first falling rate period, in that the rate of diffusion, okay, rate of evaporation is, okay, greater than the rate of diffusion, and in that a dry spot is happens, okay, or occurs. Okay, in next here in next, okay, in the second falling rate period, in that the rate of drying is directly proportional to the rate of diffusion of water vapor, and in last point, okay, in the last point here, okay, beyond E, okay, in beyond E the drying rate is equal to 0. Beyond E the drying rate is equal to 0, therefore temperature and moisture content remain constant. Temperature and moisture content remain constant, and beyond E continued drying is waste of time and energy. Beyond E the drying is totally waste of time and energy up till when we got a E point, okay, equilibrium moisture content. Okay, this is all about the drying rate curve. Okay, this is the most important point, okay, in the examination view. Okay, so next point is the here next point is classification of dryer. In that, okay, these dryers are divided into 4 types. Okay, divided into 4 types. First one is the static bed dryer. Example is the tray dryer and freeze dryer. Okay, and what is the principle, construction, working, uses, advantages and disadvantages we discuss in brief in that. Okay, one by one equipments. Okay, second is the moving bed dryer. In that, okay, example is the drum dryer. Then third is the fluidized bed dryer. Okay, in that, okay, The solid particles are partially suspended in an upward moving heated gas system. An example is the fluidized bed dryer. Fourth one is the pneumatic dryer. Example is the spray dryer. Okay, these are the classification of dryers, and dryers are the equipment used for the drying process.